All right, so I want to talk a little bit about the source tree, just to give you a little bit more of an explanation on the whole core belief fruit tree thing that or analogy that we're using, described in the beginning of the SIT program. Basically, just to simply put it, to get the idea across, is you are the source tree. Okay. Basically, what's going on here is your identity has been so intertwined with the idea that you are this human, you are this person, you are this character, or you are this mind. And because of that, it's created all of these limiting beliefs, or it's created all of this whole reality around you that is so much more limited than a reality that would be supported by the idea that you are source, you are all that exists, you are unconditional love at its core, you are unlimited, you are perfect, abundant, etc. And so some people, when they first switch over and when they transform themselves from those beliefs to the source beliefs, or if they switch from the tree of limitation, the tree of the human, the mind, the body, over to the tree of unlimitation, which is the tree of source, abundance, perfection, security, safety, stuff like that, they realize that they still have all of the sour fruits still on their trees or on their branches. And because they see this, they may get this idea that, okay, well, what happened to this? If I'm source, why do I still have all of these sour fruit trees? Sorry, all these sour fruits. If I'm this sweet fruit tree, why do I have these sour fruits? All right, well, the idea basically is, as source, okay, source sees everything as a sweet fruit. So what's happened is source is seeing all these sour fruits and is now as sweet fruits. And so it supports them. And what I mean by source seeing these old sour fruits as sweet fruits, what I'm saying is it's seeing everything from source perspective, and source perspective sees everything as positive, or it sees everything as good. So it sees these sour fruits and it sees the positive role that they played in your life and that they could still continue to play in your life. So a good example I could give you is lemons. Lemons are like a sour fruit, or a limiting belief if you want to use that. But you can actually take lemons and you can make a positive experience out of it. So you can take lemons, add some sugar, and you can make lemonade. And the same goes for some of your limiting beliefs. You can take your limited belief, add some sugar to it, or find a positive that it can bring to you, and you can have a good time with it. But the idea is some people still have different preferences for the type of sweet fruits that they would want. Some people are tired of a lot of these limiting beliefs that we'll say, or these experiences that were once sour fruits, and they want new fruits on their trees, which is perfectly understandable. That's why most people are taking this program, and that's why you're here, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to create the reality that you would much prefer, rather than the one that you have just come from. Now, what can happen is some people, when they switch over to this source tree, rather than the limitation tree, what can happen is they do find that some of these beliefs they actually do prefer, just because they've noticed that their perception on it was bad, and now they actually do want it in their life, so they actually will keep these. They'll keep some of these sour fruits, or these once sour fruits, but now sweet fruits. And that's the reason why all the sweet fruits stay, is to give you the opportunity to make the decision, or it's like it's the safety switch on the gun. Do you want to fire this? Do you want to get rid of this? Or do you want to keep it? And some of them you'll find that you want to keep, and some of them you'll find that you want to let go. Now, here's the thing. The reason now, what can happen, the reason why this all works better now, since you were the source tree, is since you see everything as your joy, you will find that it will actually be your joy to either let go of these sour fruits or to keep them. And so this is why you kept them in the first place, is to actually sort through them, not maybe all of them, but through most of them, to figure out what you want to do with them, to feel that power, to experience this new empowerment that you have of letting go and creating your reality. Now, the difference between being the source tree and being the limitation tree is that being the source tree, now that you know that you're unlimited, and now that you know that everything is joyful and that you don't just have to make sour fruit, since you now know that you are actually a sweet fruit tree and not just limited to creating sour fruits, now you can actually create all the beliefs that you prefer and let go of the old sour fruits. Since before, when you actually tried to let go of the old sour fruits, you still had the belief that you were limited or that you were just a sour fruit tree. And so all you could do was from there, when you got rid of an old sour fruit or old limiting belief, was to create another sour fruit or another limiting belief. And so that's the difference now. Since we switched your tree over, now that you're source and you know you're unlimited, now you believe and now you feel like you can create the sweet fruits. Now you know the truth. So you can let go of these old sour fruits that have now been turned into sweet fruits and make way for newer preferred sweet fruits. And so I hope this gives you just a better idea of how the whole source tree analogy works. You are the source tree, okay? And you can either choose to shake your branches off and knock off a bunch of these old beliefs, or you can choose to keep some and enjoy them for what they are. And that's the opportunity that you wanted to give, and that's why we all still hold on to these old beliefs or these old sour fruits and see them as new sweet fruits, to be able to give ourselves that opportunity to make a decision and to give ourselves that opportunity to feel like we are empowered, to feel and to know our true power of creating the reality around us. So I hope this helps and that you all have a whole blast. Start creating the fruits that you want. And if you want apples, grow some apples. Or if you want some oranges because you like the taste of oranges, or you want some lemons because you like the taste of lemons and you like lemonade, go ahead. Keep them on your tree. And remember that things only get better from here. So take that and enjoy that idea, enjoy that thought. And like I said, start enjoying growing the new fruits on your tree, guys. Make the fruits you want and let go of the ones you don't.